Hello, my dear pedagogy and second language students. Welcome to the last video in our class. And we're going to talk today about project-based learning. All right, so buckle up. The first thing we're going to think about, when was the last time you had to do a multiple choice quiz in real life? When was the last time you arrived into your Transmilenio bus and the driver asked you A, B, C, or D? When was the last time you went to a restaurant and you had to order in that way? When was the last time someone asked you to do a true or false exercise? I don't think very often, right? Why? Because life is not about quizzes. Life is about projects. Either it is to make, paint your house on Christmas because your mom is going to do that, or to decide for whom to vote, You do make some decisions, you do make some research. In the first scenario, the house painting exercise, you go to the catalogs in different stores, you check for the price of paints, you check for the combinations of colors, you decide who's going to do the painting, who's going to do the cleaning, etc., right? The same when you decide for whom to vote. You listen to the two candidates in a debate, you read their proposals, you get informed. So life is more about projects than anything else. What do we understand by project-based learning, or PBL? Please write your answer to this question on your Cornell Notes format. Pause the video and do that. Well, I imagine you already did, so let's move on. We are going to hear from the experts. On the comment section below, you are going to find a link to a video from the BIE, which is the Buck Institute for Education, who are by far the best experts, the most robust website that you can find for information in regards to project-based learning. We are going to see their work throughout the presentation, but please, right now, stop this video, go fetch the other one and watch it. It's 3 minutes and 49 seconds, and it has very important clues that you're going to need for the rest of this video. So, see you in, 3 minutes and 49 seconds? Bye-bye. Okay, welcome back. I'm hoping that you went and watched the other video and have some notes that are going to be very helpful for you in the remaining of this presentation. So, after watching the video, we're going to take notes on the Cornell Notes format and be ready to discuss these questions in class. So, what's the role of problem solving in project-based learning? What is the role of critical thinking, collaboration, and communication in project-based learning? Have you lived Mr. Simmons' situation? What is the role of questions in PBL? So, if you didn't watch the video, you now have to go watch it, right? If you did, please pause this video and write your notes and your answers to those questions. So, as you could see on the video or kind of infer, there is something important in regards to BIE and whatever they have come up with, the essential project design elements. They made it into a lens. It's a circular shape that kind of forms a lens of a camera because that's what they say. They say that we have to kind of adjust the lens of our camera in order to see pretty well, our own students and our own context. So they have some different points that I would like to check one by one, which are key knowledge, understanding, and success skills. We have, then we can start somewhere, wherever you want. That is, for example, a public product. So you see the projects are going to have something that is displayed. As in the case of the video, we saw Claire. She had to show her soap product to the people that were working with her. And the students in the flu example, they were showing one a video, the others a poster, etc. Then we have a challenging problem or question, right? It's something, it is born with a question. So that's when we go with inquiry. So we have our students think about things. Why do we get the flu? Yeah. Why did they erase Pluto as one of the planets? Yeah. Something like that. Then we have sustained inquiry. Why is it sustained? Because we invite students to keep on researching. We don't just have a question that is a one-answer thing, one-shot thing. No, we have something that they have to stay asking or continue asking for a while. Then we have something that is authentic. We have authenticity. So why do people get the flu? That's something that everyone has lived, that every student can relate. It's nothing that is not part of the reality. So it actually makes sense to them. Yeah. Then we have student voice and choice. This is very important. We do not plan everything, you know, we do not just come up with an amazing project and give them all to them and say, hey, this is what you're going to do. No, we give them voice and choice. Probably it's like with little children, you know, like I just open the door of my daughter's closet and tell her, what do you want to wear today? You know, I bought all those clothes. So I kind of know what I want her to wear, but I give her voice and choice so she does, you know, express her personality. The same happens to our students. We have reflection. It's important to have reflection throughout the process because, of course, when students are creating and are inquiring, then they are going to reflect on how they are learning and how deep their learning is going. And then we have critique and revision. This is very important. It's the peer assessment kind of exercise and self-assessment as well. We teach our students to go and check their project, see how they're doing, see where they're going, and make learning happen. So, if you want to know more about each one of these things, each one of these spaces, you can go to the BIE.org website, or you can go to our rubric on course sites. There is a rubric that you can check, and I'm going to take you there in this second. Hi everyone, here we are in our course sites. So, teaching language through other means, that's the name of our term 3. You have these two elements right here that are the project design rubric and the PBL sample. The one I'm talking about right now is the project sample, the project design rubric. So you can take a look at it, study it carefully, print it out if you can, because we're gonna need it in class, yeah? And see what there is for each one of the 8 essential elements of project design, okay? Let's go back to the presentation. Hi again. So just in case you missed everything I said in each one of the boxes here, I invite you to pause the video, and I'm gonna move this frame right here, okay? Hi. So I'm gonna ask you to pause the video and take a look at each one of the boxes and take notes on the different boxes. It's exactly what I said, you know, but just like kind of given to you so that you have more notes in your Cornell notes. So pause the video. All right. How do we conceive projects that have all the necessary skills and focus on the learning and not only on a fun product? Careful. You can fall in the trap of the cutting and pasting and glitter. It's not about just giving students a fun product to do. It's about the scaffolding that walks them through and gives them the tools to actually build that project. So you can integrate the elements that you have at hand. Your English textbook, CLIL, now that you know CLIL and SIAP and CVI. I love CLIL, you know that's why I choose that one. Tasks, you already saw Rod Ali's video on task-based learning, so you can also think about tasks. Collaborative planning, you might have friends in the school. You might be friends with the art teacher, the social studies teacher, the science teacher. Collaborate with other teachers and plan something together. There you go. That connects to the following point, which is cross-curricular connections. If you are learning the planets, you can do the planets in science, in social studies, and in English. Why not, right? Internet. Use the internet, but be careful about curating. Don't just copy and paste things and give them to your students, but make sure that they actually, that they connect to the context of your students. If you have any other idea about the elements that you can integrate to make really good projects, write them down in your Cornell notes and we can check them in class. So, what is the basic outline for a language project? I'm going to travel right here on the screen. So, we have a theme, yeah, according to Berkey et al. We have functional language. Yeah, if we think about a language project, we're going to have functional language. We're going to have vocabulary. We're going to have grammar structures, cross-curricular links, what I just said, the planets, you know, the flow, yeah. We're going to have a production, what is the product that BIE calls a product. And we have resources, yeah. So we think about this hexagon way, whatever, as the elements that we need to plan a language project. And what are the steps? Well, the steps are The teacher coach sets the stage for students with real-life samples of the projects they will be doing. So you can show your students samples, yeah? Not, I don't know, it's not models. I don't like to call them models. I like to call them samples, because it's not like something they have to follow. It's something they can just use as a, as a point of reference, but it's not like they have to follow exactly that model. So students take on the role of project designers, possibly establishing a forum for display or competition. So you decide how they're doing that, but you also let them decide about how they want to go about the project. Students discuss and accumulate the background information needed for their designs. So here, they need to start doing research. They go online, they go on books, they interview their families, they do different things in order to collect the information. The teacher, coach, and students negotiate the criteria for evaluating the projects. You create a rubric together, a checklist together. Students accumulate the materials necessary for the project. So, do they need leaves? Do they need plants? Do they need animals? Do they need pictures? Do they need fruit? What is it? And they collect that. Students create their projects. Yeah. Students prepare to present their projects. So they have a paper, they have a video, they have a poster session. Students present their projects there. Oh, I already said that, sorry. Students reflect on the process and evaluate the projects based on the criteria established in step 4. So, in here, students have a very active role, in creating and assessing their projects. So, do you think about this as something possible to do, as something doable? Think about it, make reflections, make notes, ask questions on your Cornell notes. So we're going to do an exercise. I know I'm giving you the video on a Saturday night. I'm so sorry, but you do have to evaluate the project, because then we have, kind of to have some ideas in class. So this is the project we're going to evaluate. Don't worry, don't freak out. You don't have to see it from there. You are going to go to course sites and find the rubric and the project sample. As you could see when I was showing you the course sites page, we have two files that are the sample and the rubric. So go ahead, take those elements, evaluate the project using the rubric, and make comments on your Cornell notes. So it would be better if you could have some way that information either on your iPad, on your phone, or print it out and make some notes on your Cornell notes. So stop the video and go and do that activity now. Here are the link and the QR code for the sample. Yeah, the rubric, you already got it. But anyway, if you don't, you can go to course sites and get both. See you in a bit. Okay, so now that you have finished evaluating your project, you can see some more resources on the website. So you can go to www.bie.org/resources, and you can find different things like blogs, books, articles, rubrics, planning forms, student handouts, research curriculum. You can watch videos, archive webinars, record Google Hangouts, and archive Twitter chats. And you can interact, searching projects, planning projects, having live webinars. This is a really great website if you want to know more and want to be more involved with project-based learning. So I really encourage you to use it. So we are going to design a project. Of course, we always do that. So as it is time for design in class, please print out the project design overview format from the BIE and bring it to class. That's an additional exercise. You have to go to the website to find it. I'm making sure you check the website. All right? So thanks for your attention. See you in class. And as you say that I'm a YouTuber, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Google+, send me an email or visit my website. Goodbye and thank you for watching.